What's going on, Galaxy? Mercury back with another video. Today we're reacting, well, what's the highest distance you could possibly fall from? You know, the highest distance I fell from was in 5th grade.
Was made possible by Brilliant. Learn complex topics simply by being one of the first 200 assignments.
Alright, buddy, I came to watch your video, not your sponsor.
Falling down is something that nobody really likes. Even if you think you like skydiving.
I've tried bungee jump. Is that bungee jumping?
You don't.
Yeah, I've tried that in my
or
sleep like 10
body
times
doesn't
already. It's
really,
not that hard.
That thrill that you feel
It's not
while
scary.
you're falling is kind of more like an instinctual
I'm joking.
panic
That shit
built
is
up
scary.
over
You will never ever
millions of
catch me
years
doing
of
that. You think I'm trying to
evolution
die?
that's trying to remind you of all of your ancestors that have died doing what you think is fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, this got me thinking about.
Imagine he gets some scissors and cuts the rope, bro. You trust it?
And fall from
You trust this man to?
But before we get into that, we need to establish a very important rule. The distance of your fall needs to be continuous and vertical.
Okay.
Meaning that you can't just jump off of something, hit something else, and bounce off and continue falling some more.
Ow.
We're looking for the longest and cleanest vertical jump you can make anywhere in the world. So let's look around a bit
And
some
survive?
contenders. The tallest man-made building that you could jump off of is theoretically the Burj Khalifa in Dubai.
Mia Khalifa made that?
828 meters tall. Your fall from the top down to the bottom would take approximately 20 seconds of continuous free fall. But that's absolutely nowhere
Ouch.
near the
That's a
tallest
splat.
height that you can take a jump from.
Ouch.
Because nature continues to totally dominate this category. You might think that the obvious answer here would be Mount Everest, but that's just absolutely not the case.
I want to go to Mount Everest. I actually made those mountains.
Our major rule from earlier.
I haven't
about
seen
a
the snow before. I've never
vertical
been in the
free
snow,
fall
though.
Eliminates Mount Everest from the contention, because while Everest does have some pretty steep cliffs,
You're gonna hit the
when you look
rocks.
at these, the mountain is overall pretty jagged in structure.
Yeah.
So if you jump from the top, you would just hit another piece of rock, die, bounce off of that, and then make more of a tumbling motion down the mountain.
Dang.
Rock,
Die.
bounce off, jagged in structure. So if you jump from the top, you would just hit another piece of rock, die, bounce off
Dang.
of that, and then make more of a tumbling motion down the mountainside like this. That's not exactly what we're looking for, and there are cliffs elsewhere in the world
that
that
ocean.
offer significantly higher free falls than any of the ones do on Everest. One of these cliffs is more like a super deep hole in the Tianjin Cave of
The
China.
Tianjin
There's
Cave?
a shaft inside of this cave that plummets down 1,026 meters below in a directly
Wow, that's
vertical
actually
hole,
insane.
deeper than the Burj Khalifa is tall.
Mia Khalifa made that building?
Theoretically, you could jump into this hole and free fall for roughly 24 seconds.
That's a full
in
phone
total
call.
Complete darkness before hitting the bottom. But other natural features will even outdo this one in epicness. If you're looking for the absolute
How are caves
highest vertical
made?
drop to fall from in the world,
It's kinda
then you need to
crazy.
schedule
Isn't
a
the
visit
Antarctica
here
to the
on
bottom?
Baffin Island in the Nunavut
Baffin
province
Island
of
looks like a
Canada.
squid.
It's one of the most sparsely inhabited places in the world.
Wow.
But if you make the trek out into the middle of nowhere to the epically named Mount Thor, you'll discover the single tallest confirmed vertical cliff anywhere in the world.
Wow.
This cliff you see here is actually at a 105-degree angle, so it's even steeper than vertical. Human beings didn't even successfully manage to climb up to the top of it until 1985.
Woo.
But if you could somehow get up there
How?
and jump off from it, you'll experience a truly vertical freefall from 1,250 meters above the surface that'll last for roughly 28 seconds long before you impact the surface. However, I said that this is only the tallest confirmed vertical cliff in the world. Owing to the extremely remote location that it's located in, there are other cliffs scattered around Nunavut and Greenland that could potentially be even higher. But they've never been identified, so we have no idea right now. But there is actually one confirmed cliff that's actually a higher vertical drop, and it's located around here in the far northern portion of Pakistan.
Pakistan.
The group of mountains
To be
here
honest, if I
called
jumped
the
off one of
Trango
these
Towers
cliffs-
offers up a pretty spicy challenge to the tallest
Trango
vertical
Towers?
drop claim offered up from Mount Thor.
Looks like a
The
game of
tallest
Mario.
mountain in the group, called Great Trango, is widely
Trango, great.
considered the most difficult mountain in the entire world to climb, and for
looks
very,
steep.
very good reason, because it features a nearly vertical cliff that plummets 1,340
Yeah, that's insane.
meters over the top.
Imagine putting a trampoline on top and just hopping right off.
Isn't quite literally as
You probably
vertical
die
as the
instantly,
cliff on
but
Mount Thor is. So
fun
there's
while you're in
quite
the
a bit
air.
of cliff controversy and arguments in the geography world over its
Cliffs
status.
argue with
That's
each
hard for
other?
the nerds to figure out. You came here because you
know
just
that.
care about the tallest drop. So if you made it to the top of Great Trango and jumped off,
she's
just
kinda
care about
cute.
the tallest drop.
What's her name?
So if you made it to the top of Great Trango and jumped off, your nearly vertical fall would clock in
32
at roughly
seconds.
30 seconds.
Dang it, I tried to
long,
guess.
Or 2 seconds longer than a jump from the top of Mount Thor would be.
Wow.
Congrats. You've now discovered
And then
the highest possible point to jump off and experience a free fall from anywhere on the Earth's surface.
And it's only 30 seconds.
But what about outside of Earth?
Huh?
I mean, cliffs exist elsewhere.
But you're
in the
floating in
universe,
space.
right? Surely there must be a cliff even higher up than anything we have here on Earth. And it turns out there are. If you could
Wow.
somehow make it over to Uranus, or, excuse me, Uranus, and could somehow make it over to Uranus, or, excuse me, Uranus, and then hop on over to Uranus's moon, Miranda, you can discover a cliff that's a whopping 20
Miranda?
kilometers
20
high.
kilometers? That's
a
like
vertical
300
cliff
meters.
face more than twice the height of Mount Everest is on Earth.
Wow.
And you can also totally jump off of it and survive.
What?
Because the
Oh, 'cause
gravity
you're
on
floating.
Miranda is way less than it is on Earth, it would take you about 12 minutes to jump off from
That'd
the
be
top of it before
lit.
you'd hit the bottom. And you'd only be falling at around 124 miles per hour. I mean, that still does sound pretty bad, I guess, but all things considered, if you had some airbags, you could probably end up making it work out. Now, I know what everybody is going to say next. What about jumping out of airplanes?
Okay.
That definitely does count for a vertical freefall, so let's move on to these types of jumps next.
Okay.
A woman named Vesna Vulovic
Vesna,
currently
ooh.
holds the world record for the
kinda
tallest
cute.
height ever survived
She got a
falling
snap.
out of an airplane without a parachute. I made an entire video
What?
today just
Without a parachute? 33,000 feet?
on her incredible story, but in short, she managed to survive a fall from over 10,000 meters up in the sky.
What?
Where her plane blew up, and she did all of it without a parachute.
What?
She probably fell for around 3 minutes and 25 seconds, give or take. But that's far from the longest free fall. Famously, in 2012...
Wait. How did she
That's
survive?
far from the longest free fall. Famously, in 2012,
Huh?
this dude named Felix Baumgartner and
Felix
the team at Red Bull
Baumgartner?
Stratus broke the world record for the world's highest free fall. Baumgartner rode in a capsule attached to a balloon up to a freakishly scary height of 39 kilometers above the Earth's surface.
Wow.
Before he just jumped out with nothing but a pressure suit and a parachute. His free fall lasted for 4 minutes and 19 seconds, and
You gotta have some straight man hairy balls, bro. Some big hairy man balls, bro. To go 30,000 feet in the air and jump out.
his body
Just for,
reached a speed of 843.6
843 miles per
becoming
second.
the first human being whose body broke the sound barrier without the assistance of any engine. The Red Bull team
Wait, you said
body
what?
broke the sound miles per hour, becoming the first human being whose body broke the sound barrier without the assistance of any engine.
what do
The
you
Red
mean,
Bull
bro?
team believed that his free fall could have been extended safely to anywhere between 5 minutes and 6 minutes, but he deployed his parachute a little early instead.
Smart.
Just 2 years later, however, in 2014, his free fall record was broken by another dude named Alan Eustace.
Oh, jeez.
Rather than going up in a fancy capsule, Eustace
He
just
looked
tethered
rich.
himself to a balloon, flew up to a ridiculous 41.4 kilometers high, and used an explosive device to detach himself and begin his fall.
You're crazy.
Eustace was in a complete free fall for 37,616
Wow.
meters.
He came in a hot balloon and just jumped
He
out.
deployed his parachute, and it took him 4 minutes and 27 seconds to accomplish, earning him the title of the guy that's fallen the furthest and the longest in all of human history. His record still stands tall today, but the limit that humans can endure is certainly even beyond that. The Red Bull Stratus team estimated that they could potentially pull off a free fall pushing into the 6-minute
These
range.
people are
and
crazy.
the feats of Baumgartner and Eustace have proven that human bodies can endure drops from the stratosphere and speeds that break the sound barrier.
But I've done this in my
Whatever
sleep
the
multiple
limit of human
times.
freefall
I've jumped
actually
about
is, it certainly
97,000
hasn't yet
feet
been
high.
reached, and I'm certain that the world record will continue to be pushed
I already have
upwards
the world
and
record. I don't know
broken
why
in
he
the
didn't say
future
me.
by somebody. That somebody may even be watching this video right now, and I can only hope so. If you're serious about skydiving, base jumping, bungee jumping, or you really do want to break the freefall world
I already
record one
did.
day, or you're just into
Mercury.
anything that really gets your adrenaline pumping, you'll need a serious understanding of everyday physics, and there's no better place to learn about that than on Brilliant with their Physics of the Everyday course. Physics is, of course, a pretty daunting field.
Okay.
A lot of places will
Was
just
that the
teach you
video?
some physics concepts, Brilliant subjects by teaching them in an
Oh, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Road to 10 subscribers. Mercury out. Galaxy out.